Are we live?
I'm a shapeshifter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide.
Okay. Okay, let me grab my drink real quick. Fucking technical difficulties, man. Okay, let me grab my drink and then we can start for real. Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome. Happy Sunday. TTS is enabled. Hopefully you can hear it. Oh, that was... I'm gonna grab myself a drink. Be right back.
There's nothing inside. Will it unleash me, burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at Police Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
All right, hello. We can start now. Hello, welcome. Hope everyone is doing great. I'm charged up because I fucking hate technical difficulties, especially when they happen out of nowhere and when there's no solution to it. Cause basically what I'm doing ever since I did multi-streaming to Twitch and to YouTube, right? I've been using a certain plugin in order to go live either on YouTube or on Twitch, or I could also go live on both platforms. But I've been basically using a multi-streaming plugin in order to only go live on one of the two platforms instead of going live on both. And today it stopped working apparently because you can see it on Discord. I posted an image on Discord where the page is just blank. It doesn't show up. Usually it will show up the scheduled stream, and then you click on OK, and then once you click on OK...
Mini says to like and subscribe.
Mini is right. And usually it says what kind of...
I'm using TTS right now. See? Like this.
Exactly. Let me finish my thought real quick. Usually it would show you the stream that you scheduled, and then your stream key, and then you can click on go live, and then it will go live. That entire page was blank, so it did not show me anything, so I couldn't go live. Once again, check Discord. I showed the image, I posted the image. It was so confusing. So confusing. We lost 30 minutes for no goddamn reason. But
how to join the Discord?
We should have a command for it. Like this. Okay, maybe not. Maybe the command is not working. But we should have a Discord command, and then it should show you a link that you can use to join. Hi, Destroyer of Empires. Hello. No, you're not late. Actually, you are right on time because we had like a 20-minute delay because I had technical difficulties.
Cloudy Tiger. No gambling.
5 people at the start. I hope all 5 people also liked, because then this stream will be shown to other people, and then we can collect more tigers. Oh, speaking of tigers, that is actually something I forgot to do. The mini tigers. Let me activate our mini tigers.
I'm testing this TTS thin I must say SMTH random skibidi toilet.
Skibidi toilet. Who got the skibidi toilet skin in Fortnite? Tell us.
Yinny says to like and subscribe or not he will haunt you in his streams.
Try to type mini Yinny instead of using a J. Try a G instead, and it will probably pronounce it correctly. Did you see the tribute for Luca? Of course, of course. I watched the game, parts of the game, I have to say, because
Jake Paul.
I was still sick with the freaking virus, so I couldn't watch all of it. But
brain rot, please.
That was
only cringed at jokes.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
A fantastic moment in sports, and we clinched the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, which is insane because the Western Conference is just packed. And I think in 30 minutes everyone will start playing. So the final games of the Western Conference will start in like 30 minutes, and it will determine whether we're gonna face the Timberwolves or the Golden State Warriors in the first round. I hope it's gonna be the Timberwolves because I'm a little bit afraid of Chef Curry, to be honest. Especially together with Jim Butler.
Mini Genie shall get all of you to like and subscribe.
Okay, but sports is usually a good way to make people leave the stream. It's just something only manly men talk about. But I brought a bunch of topics to talk about, but as always, I leave the topics we talk about up to you. So whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. Except sports, because everyone hates sports, apparently. Why did you disappear for 1 week? Excuse me for being sick and trying to recover from a virus. How dare I trying to recover and rest? No, but I was sick. I'm still sick, but I would say like 80% back to normal health.
Jinyo, please gift me good luck for a Gaga cookie. That's rude.
Good luck. Good luck for that.
I'm sorry,
agar
sorry
cookie.
I didn't know.
No, it's fine. It is fine. I only mentioned it briefly last Sunday, and if you missed parts of that stream, you wouldn't know that I was sick. I also did not really announce it anywhere because usually or in the past when I got sick, I usually made an announcement that there might not be any streams. But I was a little bit overly confident because I thought I'm just gonna return on Tuesday with a normal stream, and then it got worse day by day. So each day basically got worse, and the climax of the virus was definitely on Thursday.
You gave me the exact opposite of that. The witch hates me sob.
I'm sorry, it's RNG based after all. Can you please give me the Discord link? I'll try. Give me a sec.
I need to go buy Mudkeep.
I need to go buy Mudkeep? Okay, buy Mudkeep. Why did you say bye to yourself? Let me see if I can just generate a quick link for you. Unlock channels. No. Okay, how do I do this? Invite people. There we go. Invite link. Expire after, let's say, an hour. No limit. Generate new link. And copy. Okay. Hopefully that worked. Not exactly sure. We'll see. Okay, that's stupid. He copied the message hidden use copy button instead of just what is this? I had the same issue the last time. So instead of showing you the link, it will show you the copy button. So if you click on the copy button, it will say link copied. But then when I paste it, it will actually not paste the link, but rather this message. That's stupid.
I can Gomolo on the guild, let's go.
Can you please like pull up Indie Game of the Year so we can talk about that. Indie Game of the Year, wasn't it Beltro, the card game? Indie Game of the Year? I didn't know there was an award for that. Indie Game of the Year. From the Game Awards, you mean? Or 2025? We watched the Game Awards live. Game of the Year. The weird Baltro wins debut game. You mean from the BAFTA Game Awards? Or which one? BAFTA Indie Game. I don't know which one you mean. Like 2025. There are so many 2025 awards. You mean the one with the clown? With the jester? Wait. You mean this one? You mean this one?
Balatro.
This is weird. This is weird, isn't it?
But
yes, it's me, that weird live-action Jimbo from the Balatro commercial. For those of
I've heard that the person, since Balatro was developed by one person, in order for the person to stay like anonymous, he sent an actor to take this award. But yeah, I don't know which award you're talking about because there are so many award shows, Adrian. So I'm not exactly sure. The 2025 award has not happened yet, right?
No way Balatro won 2 times.
I mean, Balatro is a one-man game, and just like Schedule 1, and these awards happen, like they are being planned, and then the voting happens like a couple of months prior to that. So there's no way that Schedule 1 can win for anything right now, Schedule 1 or Repo, because the voting for those games will probably start sometime next year, whatever, for the next awards. Or maybe like in this month, so I'm not exactly sure when the Game Awards are happening. In November? So it would make more sense that you can start voting for those types of games right now.
I can't believe I missed the Schedule 1 stream last night.
Well. I can't believe you missed it too, but that's the beauty of being on YouTube. You can always just watch the VOD. And the VOD will not disappear, just like with Twitch. Twitch actually recently made some changes to the system where recordings or like old VODs from a couple of months ago will be deleted. Now, they're gonna do that to save some space and save some money. And a lot of people are freaking out. There's like a limit now, I believe. A limit on how many VODs or highlights you can save. I was there the whole time, yeah. W viewer, yes.
It's time we overthrow Jinyo.
Good luck with that. Hi Sniper and hi Arctic, good to see you. Welcome. Like the stream, push it in the algorithm so we can get more people in here. And it will make my job way easier. I wish I just would be back to 100%. Every single time, I swear I cursed myself, I jinxed myself. Every single time I set myself goals, something happens. At the beginning of the month, I released a video where I said that I will make it my goal to release at the very least 1 video per week. Which I'm still on track on, right? But I think I jinxed myself. And then a couple of days later I get sick. How are you doing today? Better than yesterday, which means a lot, because I'm currently still fighting a virus. So, as long as I'm feeling better than the day prior to that, it's always good. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be back to 100%. But how are you doing today, Sniper? Sniper, since your first time, your first time on a Sunday. Every Sunday is our Just Yapping stream. TTS is enabled. TTS doesn't cost you anything. It just costs you, well, being active. Because once you're active, once you're actively chatting, you will get points, and you can use your points to then write TTS messages. Sniper, are you in Discord? Got the list for you for sniping. What? Don't make these kind of insinuations in chat. That will get us banned real quick. Real quick. I'm good. School tomorrow though. I mean, tomorrow I'm probably not gonna stream anyways because I need to record videos. I'm still on track of reaching my goals of 1 video per week. So at the end of April, we should have 4 videos. Or actually 5, because April ends in the middle of a week. So it's like 4.5 videos. That's still my goal. So far, I've uploaded 2 videos. Hi, Kuhaku. Oh my god, everyone is approaching here on Sunday. Only Lexi and Saifoon missing. Then we're complete. The whole gang's here. Hello, Kuhaku. How are you doing today? Happy Sunday. Everyone, please like the stream. Like the stream. I'm getting so good at being a YouTuber. I can now try and force you to like. I mean, I'm not forcing you, but I'm trying to memorize these call-outs. Like the stream, everyone. Push the narrative. Push the buttons. Push the bell.
Where's Chomps? Crying face emoji. Crying
Chomps,
face emoji. Crying face emoji.
Chomps might come later. I think it's already super late where Chomps lives. I'm just a traveler who's looking for new friends. Is that your go-to phrase, Sniper? Or is it from a game or from an anime?
We love Chomps.
We do love Chomps. We do love every one of our community members. Jinyo, do you have SNS, by the way? Might give you a follow there.
Chomps.
What is SNS? Sniper new shoes. No, what? Social media? What is SNS? Sniper got you more anime full list. Had to type it down last night. Let me just find it for you.
Your number he's asking.
My social security number? No, what might SNS be? Social network. Social networking service. Is that its own thing? Or do you mean like Twitter and whatnot? I do have
gambling.
Twitter, but I barely post anything. Yeah, social media. I mean, technically I have all of them, but I'm like a company who had to downscale. You know how sometimes huge companies like Sony have to like lay off 50,000 people and then they focus on doing like only 4 products instead of 20? That's basically what I did. Because at some point I was managing all of my social media. I had like TikTok, I uploaded TikToks, I uploaded YouTube shorts, I uploaded YouTube videos, I went live on Twitch, I posted stuff on Instagram, and I also posted things on Twitter. But then I realized that I spread myself so incredibly thin that I burnt myself out. So I decided to just focus on one thing. And that is currently YouTube. So while you can follow me on Twitter, while you can follow me on Twitch, while you can follow me on Instagram, And all the other social media networks, there's nothing for you to see there. I just had to downscale. I had to put basically all of my eggs in one basket because I was very close to getting burnt out. I had so many social media accounts and I wasn't able to manage all of them. Yeah, but if you just type Jinyo VT on Twitter, for example, you'll be able to find my Twitter account. In fact, I can even show it to you here. See, this is me. This is Jinyo, and as you can see, I barely posted anything. Damn it. Now, why? I gotta be careful with what I show here. This is a new character that was added to Marvel Rivals, and she is thick. And when I'm saying thick, I mean it. She even has thigh jiggles. And I posted this and I said I'm willing to risk my Intel chip turning to crisp for her. Because Intel still has issues with Marvel Rivals, so there's a chance that your Intel chip might just die when you're playing Marvel Rivals. And ever since I knew about that issue, I stopped playing Marvel Rivals. Which is a bummer because I really love that game. But actually I might actually risk my Intel chip for Emma Frost. Because goddamn, that's a beautiful character. Yeah, and the last time I tweeted after that was on April 1st. I tried to fool some people. Dad made us lunch. Nice. I have like 40k fire gems. Saber Rider and the Star Sheriff, Voltron, Elfenlied, Dark and Black, Trinity Blood, Soul Eater, Chaos Head.
Can we see more Guna pics?
Who said that? Adrian! No, I actually, I mean, if you go on Twitter, there's gonna be a lot of Guna pics for you, but it's not gonna be on my website, unfortunately, on my channel. No, but the thing is, I follow a lot of VTubers, and I also follow a lot of loot tubers, meaning those are like VTubers who like go more into like the sexualization category. And if I just refresh my page, there's a good chance that we might see some loot tubers.
I'm perm banned from Twitter. Crying face emoji.
Which
crying
might get
face
us
emoji, crying face emoji.
Why does he read out those emojis?
Adrian, you said you are under 18. No Guna pics for you. Good night.
That is true. That is a good point, Pale Ocelot. How can I know how much points you have? You can type exclamation mark and then points, and then Botio will tell you how many points you have. Shit, which reminds me, I want to add some channel point rewards. I forgot. See, Sniper, you have 2,400 points. And then if you want to use them, as Adrian said, you type TTS, exclamation mark TTS, and then your message. And then our little co-host, cat host, Mini Ginny. Mini Ginny. Will read out your messages. It's so hot. I think I'm gonna remove his head. If I can find the appropriate button on my Stream Deck. Is it this button? No. Is it...
Don't you have AC?
Is it this button? Yes! Oh, actually, now he looks so bald and naked. No, he needs his head. Don't you have AC? No. No, 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 no. A very common misconception of people living in the States.
Think, Jinyo, think. What will you have after 500 years?
What will you have after 500 years?
I will have you guys.
I don't know. A legacy, hopefully? Bunch of grandchildren? What will I have after 500 years? Nothing, I guess. Because I'll just vaporize and my ashes will go back into Mother Nature and the universe, and then my ashes and my body mass will then be used to be nurture Earth again, so then more stuff will be born out of me. It's the cycle of life, and that is why I have this tattoo. Actually, not because of that. There's actually deeper lore to that tattoo, but it's the cycle of life. What will you have after 500 years? I mean, that question...
Raised eyebrow emoji, raised eyebrow emoji,
Raised eyebrow emoji, raised eyebrow emoji, raised eyebrow emoji. Stop using TTS to spam those emojis. Otherwise, I have to use the skip button. You don't want me to use the skip button. Actually, that question is probably better directed to all of you, because there's a good chance that maybe not all of you, but some of you will...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. Some of you might actually live long enough to get to get to a point where medicine actually makes dying obsolete. I will definitely not experience it anymore.
That's a meme from Invincible.
But someone like Adrian, who's still like underage, couple of years.
I will be in my grave after 500 years because I don't think I will not have grandchildren.
Who knows? Who knows? Technology is crazy. Technology is crazy. Technology is crazy. All I'm saying is, I'm a firm believer that technology will get to a point where we don't have to die anymore, technically. We will at some point merge with machines. I think being androids will be something super normal in a couple of decades. Again, that is something I will probably not experience anymore, but some of you might. So maybe like 80 years from now, merging with machines will be super like normal. So I would expect our life expectancy to go even higher. Because currently it's around 70 years, I believe, is like the average for men. That will probably go up to 100. Maybe even 110, 120, who knows. And then
Have
at
you
some
seen All
point...
Tomorrows or Man Are Animals?
Have you seen All Tomorrows or Men Are Animals? Are those movies? Anyways, I think somewhere along those, after becoming androids will become the norm. I think the next step for humanity will then be completely defeating nature, which sounds very depressing, and it is probably very depressing. But I think at some point we'll get to a point where we just don't have to die, and as long as you can afford it, probably you can live forever. That's where humanity is heading, and then in like the late future, can you even say that? Like the step after that, I believe, is going to be humans being completely replaced by machines. I think we will slowly merge more with machines to a point where we are the machines and nothing.
Those are books about humanity being heavily genetically modified by aliens.
Oh, crazy! No, I have not read those. But yeah, I think that is where we are going, actually. I mean, not genetically modified by aliens. I think we're gonna genetically modify ourselves to a point where we are not even recognizable from the original humans.
Get yourself an alien armor, become superhero, let's go.
As I said, I think we are, like, my generation, maybe your generation as well, we are on the brink of discovering the... or defeating death, and we might actually be the last generation who has to die. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think we should... While I do want to live longer, and I do wish that all of my loved ones live longer, I think there's still a purpose to death. As dumb as it sounds. But I don't think we should mess with nature's natural cause. Life and death is equally important. The moment we defeat death is kind of like the moment where we are not human anymore. Might just as well be a robot. Wait, what do we have here on Twitter? That is something we talked about last week, something I touched on real quick, but we don't have to go over it again. It's just, once again,
fun fact in Dr. Stone, the characters, even though there are in the new Stone world, found a way to live forever. When we defeat death, we're gonna have a big forehead, crying face emoji.
I did not know that about Dr. Stone. I haven't watched Dr. Stone fully yet. I watched one episode of it. I'm such a loser when it comes to watching animes. Gomenasai. I apologize. I really need to step up my anime game. But I'm such a... I think I mentioned that before. I'm such a... I'm very bad when it comes to watching new things. I would rather
it's in the
watch...
manga.
It's in the manga. I would rather watch something 100 times before I start something new. It's also a coping mechanism. That's something I learned. It's a coping mechanism where you would rather go something with something familiar than try something new. I'm very aware, self-aware when it comes to time and time wasting, I guess. And I'm incredibly afraid of wasting my time currently. Like, the older you get, the more aware you become of time and the time you have left and the usage of your time. So that is, I feel like, why my brain is telling me, hey, instead of watching Solo Leveling, episode 1, why don't you just watch another episode of Scrubs that you have watched 6 million times? And we know that you like it. That's the brain tricking me. It's a coping mechanism. The brain is like, you know this, you know that we like it, so it's a safe hit for dopamine. Solo Leveling, on the other hand, that's new territory. We don't know if we would like it or not. So there's a chance that we might waste 20 minutes of our life. And we don't want that. It's very depressing, actually. I'm like a slave to my brain. But next week is a fresh reset. Every week is like a new year. There's a new chance for you to reset your life every single day. And starting tomorrow, starting Monday, I will, number one, work out again. Because if there's something that the virus taught me this week is that I have the immune system of an 80-year-old. And that should not be the case. So I'm gonna go back and start working out. Currently it's also perfect timing because our downstairs neighbors are not there. So I can actually use my boxing dummy. Remember my boxing dummy, Bob?
As a teen, time is more like water. When it runs out, you die. When it gets replenished, you waste time binge reading Dr. Stone.
Yeah. The dumb things I spent time on as a teen. If you get older, you wish you could just use that time to do something more productive. But at the same time, time enjoying wasted... No. What is the phrase? There's a fantastic phrase that I go and live by. Time enjoyed wasting is not wasted time. Is that the phrase? Somebody look that phrase up. I think it's always easy to look back on your life and be like, oh man, if I could have that time again during my, like, from 13 to 14 or from 15 to 16 or whatever, I could have spent that time more efficiently or something like that. It's always easier to do that in retrospective, but during that time, you probably thought, or I probably thought that I used my time efficiently.
And I enjoyed wasting my time reading Dr. Stone, rock emoji.
Time enjoyed wasting is not wasted time. Yeah. I still have regrets though. There's no life without regrets. One of them is definitely not learning an instrument. Because I did sports. Sports was not really anything that I thought about actively. It was like natural. I played soccer, I also breakdanced, so that was not a thought process, that was just natural to me. I wish I would have just used my brain power to learn an instrument. I think that's a regret that I have during my teens. Who's Dr. Stone? It's an anime, or it's a manga. It's really good. I mean, it's supposed to be good. I haven't watched it, but it is definitely supposed to be good. What else did I like? Fortunately, I couldn't like that much because I was just rotting in my bed. We talked about this. Oh, this is super funny. I love these videos. You've probably seen these before. It's this guy. His name is Anatoly, I believe, and he's a bodybuilding world champ. Not him. The guy who's disguised as a janitor or whatever.
Hi. I'm sorry. Like, just one question. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Why are you doing the fake weights?
Fake weight? No, bro, it's real.
The sound is plastic and
What do you mean plastic? That's
I saw
metal,
the bar.
bro.
It's like
That's metal. These are bumpers, but that's metal. That's real.
That's metal. That's metal in the
Fake
ground.
weights, bro.
like this.
That's real.
This plastic.
Bro, that's real weight.
If you think it's fake, why don't you hit it right now?
I will try. No, I will just try.
He's saying my world is 400 pounds, bro.
That's what I said, guys. Like,
Dude, the face he makes, his entire worldview just stopped. A TTS doesn't work? Wait. Test? Let's wait. Test message?
Test. Test.
It should work. Are you sure it's not working? It didn't work that one time. Maybe you forgot to put the TTS. But yeah, I like these videos. I don't know if some of them are, most of them are probably fake. This doesn't look fake, but most of the things you see on TikTok are fake these days. But I still like it. Sometimes you like watching fake things, like WWE, right? If you know it's fake, you still enjoy watching wrestling, right? Sometimes. Oh, this was also super funny. Look at this. The cat fell asleep on the keyboard. And look at which key the cat fell asleep on. Perfect. This is the perfect video for the internet.
We shall gather the Jinyos to war.
Okay. Let's listen to some music again. We shall gather Jinyos to war? My dad made us ramen and boiled eggs? That is delicious. I had spaghetti today. Don't laugh, I was craving carbs. I did eat like shit the entire week. It was 90% soup, A little bit of bread I had yesterday. Today I was just craving something very, very unhealthy, so I just had to have spaghetti. Yeah, ramen is very good. Very, very good. If you make it yourself and not these instant ramen that you just pour hot water on, that's just very bad.
I have never had ramen in my life. I am jealous.
What? Also, do you not have any like Japanese restaurants? I'm pretty sure you had some sushi.
I got her, I got her,
Japanese.
I got a cookie, OMG, OMG, OMG.
What is an agar cookie? If you want to have like legit ramen, I would suggest you to pick up your significant other or some friends and then go to a Japanese restaurant. Most of them will serve ramen. Unless it's a specific, just like a sushi restaurant only. Cookie Run Kingdom stuff. You've been playing that a lot. The last time you were here, last Sunday, you also played that.
Agar Cookie is a character from Cookie Run Kingdom.
Ah. Not where I live, no JP restaurants. Plus I live in the countryside right now. Ah, okay. Countryside usually has less things to offer. How long to the nearest city? Fourth try is good. Do you have to pay for the cookies? Is it like opening a pack? Oh, speaking of opening packs, the other day my nephew asked me for some Pokemon cards. If I can find some online. I was like, sure, why not? I'm just gonna look up. It shouldn't be that hard to find Pokemon cards, right? Yes, it is. It is actually incredibly hard to find Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards, even in Germany, I thought it was an issue just mainly in America with the scalpers and people punching each other's face to get some boosters. No, you cannot find any Pokemon cards here in Germany either. It's crazy. And the boosters you can buy from Amazon, for example, they're like triple, quadruple the price. So, yeah, sucks to be my nephew, I guess. He chose the wrong hobby. Metropolis has a couple of JP restaurants, but hey, can't travel. There's only one way for you to, and only one option for you then, Pale Ocelot. You gotta fly to Japan. Or order from Japan. Delivery service from Japan. Or you watch Naruto, Pale Ocelot. Because Naruto also eats a lot of ramen. You can try and enjoy through Naruto, the main character. Let's hope you get FS Cookie. I didn't get anything. Oh, I'm sorry. What is everyone currently playing? Cloudy's playing a cookie collecting game. What's everyone's main game? I should ask this once a week just to see where everyone's vibe is. Because our current main game is probably Schedule 1 and Ghost of Tsushima, but I'm currently not sure if I should continue the Ghost of Tsushima run. Although, I gotta say, the Ghost of Tsushima shorts are doing incredibly well. I'm starting to think like I should just play a variety of games. Instead of sticking to one, because I'm so slow that sticking to one game will just... I'll just get bored at some point. Because it takes me too long. Most streamers will pick up a game and then finish it in a week. Within a week. I pick up a game and it takes me months. So maybe I should just have a rotation of games. And then we'll just rotate. Jump from one game to another. I create
What
playlists.
Cookie Run Kingdom isn't a game about collecting cookies, it has arena guilds like a ton of stuff. How dare you slander Cookie Run Kingdom like that?
Slander? I just said that Cloudy's playing a game where you collect cookies. Which wasn't a slanderous statement. Sure, get delivery, it's free.
Am I a freak for smashing my eggs in my ramen?
No?
I'm sorry.
No, you're not a freak for smashing your eggs in your ramen. I don't think so. But you should not play around with your food. Have you not been taught that very valuable lesson? Don't play around with your food. Don't smack it either. You're not a freak for doing that, but you should appreciate your food while it's hot.
Adrian, enough of your apologizing, lol.
Adrian, you're not Canadian, right? You're apologizing more than Cloudy.
It's so it can evenly be around.
Oh, so you're smacking it into shape. Okay, I get that. It's like if you're eating a sandwich and you eat it in a certain way so it creates shapes. If I'm eating a sandwich, I usually start with the crust. Is that weird?
No, I'm breaking it apart and mixing it in you poop.
What? Ah, okay. You're breaking it apart and mixing it in. Wait, so a fresh egg? I thought we were talking about the eggs that were already like in the ramen. Okay, that's still not weird. I just wanted to ask something. I forgot. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah.
Okay, gotta go. Have fun, everybody. Do a run for cookies and ramen. Good night.
Good night, Ocelot. See you around. See you next week. Next week, since I'm
No, it is in ITBROIM, or I am bad at explaining.
It's fine.
Jinyo is so confused.
I'm not confused. I'm also very bad at at explaining things. And have a good night, Ocelot. See you around. See you next week. Next week we should have definitely more than 2 streams. Because I'm healthy again. So we're gonna continue playing Schedule 1 and maybe a little bit of Ghost of Tsushima. Then maybe another game. I've downloaded Dragon Ball. Since I thought I'm reacting to a lot of anime-related videos, right? Or at least I did in the past. So why not just put the money where my mouth is, or the mouth where the money is, or whatever the phrase is, and actually start playing some anime-related games so I can tell you why they're usually not so good, in my opinion. That's just an idea. I don't know if I pull through. I have lots of ideas and plans. The issue is always execution. Well, one thing is for sure, that's that we're gonna continue Schedule 1.
Cutely upgrades Ginger Brave.
Cutely upgrades Ginger Brave? What is Ginger Brave?
Can you PLS post a schedule this week? PLS, sad face emoji. I refrained myself this time.
Oh, I'm trying my best, Adrian. I'm trying my best, but once again, first of all, it depends on whether or not I get back to 100% very quickly. I hope that I'll be back at 100% by tomorrow. That's factor number 1. And factor number 2 is also the heat. Because we don't have any AC in Germany. Most people don't have AC in Germany. Unless you're in an office building, or I don't like companies do have that, but it's not very common in normal ass apartments to have AC. And I think I explained that before, is that our bedroom is getting heated up very, very quickly And then, because isolation is fantastic, it takes a long time for the heat to dissipate. So I don't know if I'll be able to stream.
Then camp in an office building.
You know what? There was a time where I actually thought about renting an office just for some freelancing activities, but mainly for streaming. And we had some pretty cheap ones around the industrial area in my town.
You know I have Riz if both my parents said I had Riz, you know?
I believed your parents. Your parents tell you that you have Riz, I believe them. And we had some office buildings in the industrial area back in 2020, which went for like $50 a week. So I was actually contemplating, because our downstairs neighbors
you
also.
think I have Riz? Yay,
This chat is brain rotted? I don't think it is. And if it is, it's kind of also matching my brain, because my brain is going all over the place most of the time in most streams. What was I just talking about? Oh yeah, The Office. Back then, now it's impossible to get the Office for those prices, but back then you were able to do that for like $50 per week. And I was actually contemplating, because our downstairs neighbors also gave me a lot of heat for streaming late night, because when I was starting out in 2020, I started the stream at 10 p.m. and then I went live until 1 a.m. in the morning.
What is with me and cutting myself with bottle lids? Pensive face emoji.
I don't know, you're not careful enough. Why does Mini Jinny have red eyes? First of all, he has activated his Sharingan. That is number one. And number two, he's just matching his eye colors to mine. That's why. Come to think of it, Sharingan eyes would be dope. Having a toggle where I can go Sharingan. That would be nice. Maybe with Jinyo 2.0. Oh, speaking of Jinyo 2.0, just funny because we talked about it last week, I believe, or was it even yesterday? I don't know. Probably last week. Remember when I told you about the idea of Jinyo being created out of a manga? And someone actually did it. A YouTuber named Cory Kenshin. You probably know him if you're in the gaming scene. He has created his own manga and it sold 200,000 copies in its first week. It broke some US records, which is crazy. The name of his manga is The Monsters We Make.
Hey.
Which is really, really cool. And affirms me or confirms that we can actually do it. If we truly believe in ourselves, we can actually do it. We can create our own manga. You don't have to be a manga artist in order to do it. If you have the idea, if you have the script, if you have the story, you can find someone who will draw it for you. Now, Cory Kenshin is also an insanely successful YouTuber, and he had the funds to do it. We don't. All I'm saying is, it can be done. It can be done, and that's all I needed for motivation.
You need to get popular first.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'd buy it, 3 or I'd even do the art if I was talented enough.
I know. Oh, is Ghosty here? Hey, hi Hannah. Hello. Good to see you.
So it doesn't flop.
Yeah, I know. We need to have some clout, definitely. And we need to be super popular to be able to fund this. Because that was not cheap. And I think he also like disappeared for a couple of months in order to work for it. So you gotta have some funds and some cushion. Because if a normal person like me would just...
Hey there, I am Ghosty lol. I heard my name.
Yeah, if a normal person like myself would just disappear for 7 months, I would get kicked out and I would live on the streets. So I cannot do that. You can only do that if you have a lot of cushion, if you have a lot of funds. And how have you been, Hannah? How? Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone that joined the stream in this very moment liked the stream as well. Give this a thumbs up so the algo pushes today's stream. This is more funny videos.
I am good.
I'm good. It's always funny to me when people use their TTS, those hard-earned points, to send three words. Controversial opinions. Should we listen to that? Okay, let's see why I like this. Usually there's a reason why I like videos.
Mini Genie says to like or not, he shall haunt you forever.
Exactly.
Most controversial opinion.
I'm sick of gay privilege. Just because you suck a don't mean you can act like one.
What's your most controversial
I
opinion?
want to animate you cause there was a funny thing where a German guy was talking about two hobos and how one said to the other to suck their la and it was funny. Play funny videos.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if that was funny, but it's like it's a video about most controversial topics. Wait, what did Cloudy just say? I want to animate you because there was a funny thing where a German guy was talking about two hobos and how one said to the other to suck their la land was funny. Okay. That's a little bit out of my range.
Bye Jinyo, I got to go, bye, see you later, hopefully not next week.
Hopefully not next week? Okay, see you around, Adrian. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you, well, hopefully not next week then. And have a good one. Have a good one.
What's your most controversial opinion?
I think all babies, male,
You need to
should be
watch IT,
vasectomy at
please.
birth,
If I
and then
had
you earn
Discord
back the right
ID,
to have
send the
kids.
What's your
video.
most controversial opinion?
Whenever you hanging out with a man, he should pay. It doesn't matter if it's your boyfriend, not your boyfriend, your man, not your man, another man. If men are there, they're paying.
I was taught the same way, and I agree with that statement. Now you can call me a simp or shit like that, but I don't care. I don't think that's a very controversial take. I would say it's a very conservative take, but I was taught that way. If you're the man in the room or the eldest in the room, you pay. Unless it's just completely randoms, right? If you just hang around with some colleagues from work, that's different. But if you know the people, if you are very familiar with the people, you're the man, you're the eldest. Might be very like toxic masculinity. I don't care. I was taught by my father. You are paying. If you take a girl out on a date, you're paying. Even if she takes you out on a date, you are paying. There's actually a fun story that I can tell that where must have been in my first semester of biology, where, well, I did my usual stick, and you can ask all my friends. It's not forced or anything like that. I don't force people. If people don't want to, it's okay. Like if I want to pay for someone is vehemently against it, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. I was taught that way, and I see it as something normal. But there was a situation where it was the first semester of biology, and we went to the cafeteria, like we always did. And this time around, because we had lab, a module afterwards, and in the lab we were always shuffled around. And this time around, I was with someone, a girl that I didn't know before. Like I never talked to her before. So I was like, you know what? Let's just grab some coffee before lab. Since we're gonna work together anyways, let's just chill out before the next module starts. She was down with it. She was very nice. We vibed, not in a sexual sense or anything like that, but she was just very chill. So we went to the coffee place, to the cafeteria. Cafeteria also had like super cheap coffee. During that time when I studied biology, which was a very short time, I drank so much coffee. The coffee was $1, 99 cents, literally. For students obviously, and not for like random people on campus, but it was so cheap. I drank so much coffee. So we went to the cafeteria, and I told her, what do you want? And she was like, I can order myself. I said, no, I'm
My
gonna
level
order
in
for...
Fortnite is at 359. I am getting so well, I think I am getting to be close to pro. Starbucks are high price.
Yeah,
My
Starbucks...
sister is being cringe, tell her to shut up.
Let me finish my story first, and again, I can tell your sister to shut up. Yeah, Starbucks extremely... I mean, most coffee places are extremely expensive, but especially Starbucks. So I ordered for us, then I paid. She told me, like, she asked me, how much did you pay? Pay for, so I can give you half of it. I said, no, it's fine. It's the way I was taught. You know, like, I was like, forget it. Let's just head to the lab. And she got extremely mad. She got pissed. And she was like, you don't need to, like, pay for me, and we're not... She wanted to... I have a tough time explaining it, but she basically put the situation as if I was try to undermine her independence as a woman. That's how she basically warped the situation, which I didn't even want to do. Like, that was not my intention at all. I didn't want to put her in a place as a woman or anything like that. But she got so mad and she got so pissed that she did not talk to me for the entirety of that lab lesson. Which was just, I was just baffled. But that was the only negative experience I've ever had with paying for someone else.
Was trying to help her.
I wasn't even trying to help her. That was just a gesture that I was taught, that I've been taught. I will teach to my children as well. If I have boys. I didn't mean to undermine her feminine independence. That was just me trying to be nice. That's it. The way I was taught, and I was like, you know what? Forget it. Like, it's okay. But she got so mad, and bro, I felt so bad. She made me feel bad as well, because then I thought, okay, am I the jerk? Am I the jerk for paying for this little coffee we had and a muffin or whatever it was? Hello, Wowzer. Hello. Is that a palico? Yes, it is a palico. Hello, Wowzer. Welcome. Happy Sunday. And also, Cloudy's sister, you should shut up. Are you happy now?
Jinyo, that's my sister, I am scared.
Oh, that's your sister? Oh, shit, I didn't know that. Sorry. Well, Cloudy told me to tell you to shut up. That was not my intention. I'm not a mean person. Broken heart emoji. No, don't be sad. Don't be sad. Are you older than Cloudy or younger? Excuse me. Fucking hell. Oh, this one's also funny. Listen to this. Now, listen to this.
All of this happened because I got laid.
W Grandpa. All of this happened because I got late.
I'm the baby of the family, hence the nickname Beansy.
Oh. Older. Okay. Wowza, we should have a Discord command. For some reason it's not working, and for another damn reason I cannot send the Discord link. But trust me, by next week, Sunday, if we have another Just Chatting stream, you'll be able to get the link for Discord finally. I don't know why it's not working. If I copy and paste the link, it will not actually paste the link, it will paste the message. I'm trying to join for Cloudy. Yeah, it's I wish I could give you the link. It's not working. because she cannot get it. Maybe you'll be able to join via the browser, but all my invite links. See, I'm just gonna show you. If I click on create an invite link, duplicate, invite people, edit invite link. It says expires after 1 hour, no limit, and then it says generate a new link, and I click on copy. This is what you will see on your end. Wait, let me paste it. This hidden, use copy button, and I am using the copy button. I'm not that stupid. So instead of showing you the link, it shows you the message. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it's not working, but I'll figure it out. The name of our community is the Dojo. Maybe you can find it on some Discord channel search stuff. It's the Dojo, and it has a yin and yang symbol.
My sister is so silly tongue.
I don't think your sister's silly. Also, I apologize for insulting you. That was Cloudy's idea. So, the name of our Discord channel is The Dojo, and it has a yin and yang symbol as a profile picture. Maybe you can find it that way. But if not, rest assured I'll have a working link by next week. I don't know why it's not working right now. The yin and yang symbol looks like this. I just wanted to show off my abs.
She insults me every day. Hashtag totally victim.
She's older. That's her job. And that's coming from someone who has an older brother. That's just their job. It's coded in their genetics. If you're older, you get to tease the younger sibling. That's their right. Oh, another cool thing. Some people got a key. Whoops. A key to this game.
No, I am in pain, Chris.
The guys who made Sifu made a game, a soccer game, which kind of looks like Rocket League, and it will launch in June. And I can assure you that I'm gonna play the frick out of this game. This looks so cool. And some people got a 48-hour, basically like a test key. I applied as well. I did not get a key because we probably were too small as a creator. But this looks like so much fun. If you get the Discord bot into the server, I can find it on the website easier. Oh. Okay, I will do that. Next time though. I'm very bad at doing things on the fly. I'm so embarrassed. I should know these things, but I'm still, even after 4 years, I'm still not really familiar with Discord and what Discord can do. All I know is that the permission systems and all of that shit is a pain in the ass. So I tried not to mess with it. The last time I revamped the entire Discord server, I got to the brinks of insanity. I got so mad. I followed a tutorial and still things got messed up. People couldn't see channels. People couldn't see their messages. It was so complicated. I've only had it for a little while, but I specialize in server development, so I have to learn this stuff. Oh! Well, that's awesome. Good to have you here, Wowzer. Yeah, I think our Discord server is currently very primitive. Has like the bare minimum. But I wanted it to be that way. First I had like a bunch of channels, but then again we spread ourselves a little bit too thin, and people were posting, and like we have like 10 messages per day maybe, or even less than that. But those 10 messages were spread across 5 different channels, so I thought that was just a little bit dumb. So I just got rid of most specialized channels, and instead everyone is now posting in one channel. if we grow later on, we can start specializing. We can start adding channels again, like the anime channel or the gaming channel and stuff like that. But right now, we'd just spread ourselves way too thin. And we would have 4 messages across 5 different channels. That would not make any sense. I'm working on my own currently, but I love joining servers. And that's awesome. The more the merrier. Again, I don't know why it's not working, but rest assured, it's already on my list. The same with channel rewards, because I want you to spend your points, not just for TTS messages, but also to put some silly items on my face, like this. Woo, 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 woo. And you should be able to use your points to do that. Just like on Twitch, but YouTube is a little bit special. YouTube is a little bit different. It's just a pain in the ass. Everything related to YouTube is 5 extra steps. Jump scare. No, this is a jump scare. Ah! Also have this. Recognize this? Vegeta. Also have these cool ass glasses.
Wow, so basically if you stay you get points and 50 points is a text-to-speech thing.
Yeah. I need a trusted adult. I mean, that should be me, technically. I don't know what you mean by trusted adult, but I'm definitely an adult. Yeah, I think I can be trusted. But that is what everyone says about themselves, so I don't know. Some other people have to vouch for me. An old one. Old doesn't mean trusted. You can be 60 plus and still not be trusted. So the age is not very important. It's the level of maturity. My sister knows how much I trust you. I mean, you shouldn't trust me too much either. I already told you that there's like, you only see like 5% of myself. Like, I stream for 3 hours on average, I believe. So you have to think about what the hell is he doing for the other 21 hours per day. So never put too much trust into online personas, and also don't put too much faith into online personas, because then you will get disappointed. I want a Palico. Me too. I wish Palicos were real. Enough to draw you, Daddy. Okay, yeah, then that's definitely enough trust. Do we want to watch a cat versus dog compilation? Because I love these. I don't know why dogs have so much respect for cats. I mean, I get it. Maybe it's like evolutionary, and dogs who like came from wolves, right? They just recognized that cats used to be tigers and shit like that. Maybe that's why they still have respect. But these videos are so funny. I love them so much. Where are you going? This is like straight out of a Tom and Jerry cartoon. My cat was a jerk like that as well.
Is in your bed? Huh? Is that it? Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know if the dogs are just respectful or they're actually scared. And back to the Palico thing. Are you a Monster Hunter fan? Because we did play Monster Hunter Worlds and Wilds on this channel. Was it on Wednesday? On Wednesday, I believe, I played a couple of hours of Monster Hunter Wilds because I was sick anyway, so I couldn't do shit with my migraines. And I still enjoy it, actually. So we might put Monster Hunter back into the rotation. They added a bunch of new optional quests, and it's just fun. Off I go to play Monster Hunter. Have a good day, y'all. Oh, nice. Okay, have fun playing Monster Hunter. Which one are you playing? Wilds or Worlds? My sister's going to play Monster Hunter. That's awesome. I play Wilds. Wilds Iceborne? You mean Worlds Iceborne? Or does Wilds already have an Iceborne DLC? Or do you play both? I did get into Iceborne, but only for like one stream. Because I got into Iceborne a day before Wilds got released. So I did not have the time. A World's Iceborne. Okay. Yeah, I finished World, and then I wanted to get into Iceborne, but a day later Wilds released, so I couldn't really finish Iceborne. I played a little bit of it. That's it. and I feel like, I don't know if you would agree, but I feel like once you play Monster Hunter Wilds, it's gonna be very, very difficult to go back to World. Because Wilds is so much more, like there's so many quality of life things. It's gonna be very rough going back. So it would feel like a downgrade almost, going from Wilds to Worlds. And I don't mean it in sense of like graphics or anything like that, just gameplay and quality of life things. But yeah, thank you so much, Wowzer, for stopping by, and have fun playing Monster Hunter Worlds Iceborne. Good luck, Hunter. What else do I have here? Oh, this one was funny because it's oops. It was a nice shit. What did I do? I broke everything. Nice reminder why you should not mess with wild creatures, especially underwater. Bye bye, Wowzer. Bye bye. So this guy messed around with an octopus, and well, almost got choked out. Such a small beast, but apparently it's also very, very, very powerful and strong. Also smart, because it knew exactly that the human needs air. Look at it, it's like out of a horror movie. Also, very nice Karama movement. I'm probably the worst friend ever because they were not helping at all. It doesn't let go, bro. I would freak the fuck out. I would probably drown on the spot. I'm gonna go too. Bye bye. Okay. See you around, Cloudy. Thank you so much for stopping by. See you next time. See you next time. What else do we have here? JD Vance, politics. I should speed in. Oh, that was also pretty funny. Aisho Speed tells the dude to jump into the car, not expecting her to actually do it. But look at this.
Get in, come on. Get in. Okay, no, I'm playing. I'm playing. Wait, oh my God.
He actually got in.
He just really got in my fucking car. He just really got in the fucking car. Yo big ass just really just jumped in his fucking car. Yo big ass just really jumped in his car. Yes. Where yo got my house at? Okay, where your grandma's house at? My grandma's house is... Where your grandma's house at? You just jumped in the fucking car. I was just playing, bro. Yo, I got this random ass kid in my car. I thought you're not playing. No, bro, I was trolling. Bro, I fight with 4 kids. What the fuck? Because they said, this is better. What the fuck? Okay. Yo, hey, we gotta drop this kid off. Hey, yo, we...
Don't try this at home, kids. That is extremely dangerous. Very funny, also extremely dangerous. You cannot just jump into a driving car. But kudos for him. He actually did it. They should give him the first Oscar for best stunts, which is now a category. Now that Jackie Chan cannot do any stunts anymore because he's too old and he broke every bone in his body, they actually have an Oscar category for stunts now. It's appalling. It is offensive. Screw Hollywood. Okay, what else do we have? Bayern, Dortmund. They tied. It was a 2. They scored both 2 goals. This is also pretty scary and makes you think. I think I mentioned that before, but those are basically bot farms, and these are accounts that will do obvious rage bait. You see them beneath every single comment. They usually go with the opposite of what the consensus is. So if someone is tweeting, ice cream is nice, most people would agree, right? Most people will say, yeah, ice cream is pretty nice. They will then use ChatGPT or other types of these LLMs or whatever they are called, these AI programs, in order to use an account to reply something that goes against the consensus. So it creates rage bait and it creates impressions, and that will drive engagement. It's a very dirty business, but just be aware the next time you're arguing with a person online, that might actually be a bot. And now you might ask yourself, why are they doing this? First of all, to boost engagement, and others also earn money that way because they have like multiple blue check accounts, and if you create a certain amount of impressions, you get paid out. You get paid for impressions. That's why I said Elon Musk basically created a system where you get paid by just spreading the worst shit ever, and also misinformation. The more impressions you get, the better, because then you get paid. And what did I just try to say? Yeah, if you have multiple of these accounts, then it adds up, right? $10 might not be a lot for one account, but if you have 16 accounts earning 10 bucks all of a sudden, that's some pretty nice pay, daily pay, right? So just be careful, be aware that we are being manipulated left and right in online spaces like these. Hello, Sniper, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm currently just going over Twitter a little bit, the things that I liked, which consists usually of random things. From cat videos to AI related videos. It's all in here. Oh, this one was also super dumb. I need to show you this. Someone asked on Reddit, what is Superman's kryptonite? In literature, mythology, and comic books, heroes often have a kryptonite or Achilles heel. Basically a weakness that makes them vulnerable. I'm curious what fans here would consider to be Superman's kryptonite. Well, it's kryptonite. Oh man. This guy legit has a Superman profile picture and doesn't know that Superman's kryptonite is kryptonite, and that the word kryptonite comes from Superman's weakness. Oh yeah, it's the internet. That was funny. I needed to show you that. Oh yeah, another video. You know how many times did I tell you that I'm afraid of the ocean? This is the reason why. Here's the reason why. This is just, it doesn't get into my brain. Now, these whales are harmless. These are whale sharks, I believe. I think they're harmless. still, the sheer size of this thing, I would not want to be in the ocean, man. I have so much respect for the ocean. I'm a good swimmer, don't get me wrong. I also love to swim, but not in the ocean, not in the open ocean. We have a beach here. I do not go to the deep end. The moment the water gets to a deep, dark blue, and I cannot see my feet anymore, I cannot see the ground anymore, that's when my brain panics. I think it's something like evolutionary, probably something like a deep fear ingrained in myself. Once again, I'm a good swimmer, I love swimming, but I don't fuck with the ocean. For real, bro, literally made me confused for a moment. They are basking sharks. Oh yeah, that was their name. They're harmless. Yeah. Still, those things just... I don't know, man. I just don't fuck with the ocean. I just have too much respect for it. Too much respect. Or fear. Or both. Same for me. I think it's for a lot of people. I truly believe that's like a primal fear. Like the unknown. It's just... Also, I've been on boat rides before. Also once who went across, like, from one piece of land to another. The moment you don't see any land anymore is also when my fear kicks in and my brain tells me we're going to die. Because I always, like, my brain comes up with these dumb scenarios in the head and be like, okay, what if we actually sink and you have to stay in the water? I mean, the best thing to do is to stay where you are, because rescuers will then try and search the area where the boat sank, right? But also the fact, just not knowing where to swim to. It's just, I don't know, man. I just don't fuck with the ocean. You need to see the goblin shark. That's an alien. I've seen the goblin shark before. Yeah, everything in the deep sea is pretty much an alien. Why is Bronny trending? I hope he's trending for something good. Today's the last game of the season in sports, NBA. And since the Lakers already clinched the 3rd seed, they can just let everyone on their bank play. And Bronny, who's the son of LeBron James, is also one of those players. And usually when he's trending for 2 reasons. Reason number 1, he sucks balls and he just had a terrible game. Reason number 2, he actually had a fantastic game. So let's see. Let's see which one it is. Bronny James will make his first career NBA start versus Portland. Okay. Bronny James with the handles. Oh, he's cooking! Oh no. He's not cooking. That's why he's trending. Oh no. Oh no. I knew it was one of those two. Bronny James for free? For 3? That is not the current game. What a pass by Bronny. Okay, that was actually a good pass. You just never know if they actually mean it or if they're saying this to troll him. People finna hate on him. Yeah, it's just because they hate his dad. So the hate basically he inherited the hate from his dad, which is, I feel like it sucks so much. We should not, especially a young player like him, he's 20-ish. We should give him some time to grow and establish himself. And he was cooking in the G League. He averaged like 25 points in the G League. He also died almost last year. He had a cardiac arrest. And I think he had like a 20% survival rate. Most people who get a cardiac arrest, like 80% of people who get a cardiac arrest, I think, or that type of cardiac arrest that he had, which is very common in like super athletes or whatever, only 20% of them survive. And he was one of those 20%, or within the 20%. So he survived. He almost died. Came back. Absolutely torched the people in the G League. And the few moments he played in the actual NBA, he did score. He did do a good job, especially for his rookie year. And considering that he was the 55th pick. second round pick. He's doing like extremely well, and if he did not have James as his last name, people would praise him. But because they hate LeBron James, he just inherited the hate. But he will be cooking. Give him 1-2 more years. He's not gonna dominate like LeBron, but he's gonna be a solid player. He's definitely gonna be a solid NBA player. All right. Let's go back. What else did I like? Oh, look at this optical illusion. That's shit crazy. That tricked my brain for a couple of minutes. That took me a while to understand what is happening here. It looks like she's floating, right? But no, she's actually just lying on the sand, and there's a black towel next to her in the shape of a human. That's crazy. Our brain can be tricked so easily. Good illusion. Very good illusion. My brain is paused right now. Okay, another one. I think we're almost at the end of the shit that I like throughout the week. Hopefully next week, since I'm gonna be 100% healthy next week, I can like more things so we can have more things to talk about. But this week, since I was sick, I could only like a bunch of things. This is, once again, a thing that you can only find on Twitter. These are all beautiful women. This is Rihanna. I don't know who this is. This is, I think, the one who played Snow White, and this is Sweeney. I forgot her first name. All beautiful women, and they show them with and without makeup. Still beautiful women, but Twitter just went really, really hard on them. They're like, oh my god, makeup should be illegal because they're so ugly as hell. First of all, they also did not show the best pictures of them, right? So no makeup, and then also the worst lighting ever, because it's a lot is also based on lighting and the angles. And I still believe that these are beautiful women with or without makeup. And I'm not saying this because I'm a simp or I'm just a lefty wokey. I just mean it because I've been with a bunch of women, and it's just a normal look. There's nothing special about this. But apparently Twitter sees it in a different way, and the comments are just... My advice to younger people, okay, who are watching this, if you ever want to get into a relationship, just be prepared to know that women also, like, they wear makeup. I don't know what else to tell you, man. They wear makeup, and yes, makeup makes them look better. Just like when we men dress nice and we work out and we have a six-pack, it makes us look better. It's not deceiving, it's not cheating, it just makes them look better. They feel sexier that way, they feel more comfortable, and that is their right to do. Like, I don't know what these men expect them. Do they want to have, like, supermodel look without anything? I mean, I'm not saying that women who don't wear makeup because they just don't like it, or their skin doesn't is not made up for it, because a lot of women get, like, skin irritations from makeup, that they are not beautiful. It's just I don't get the hate. I really don't get the hate. What do these men expect? I don't understand that. What do they expect? Do they think that this is a normal look for a woman? Fake eyelashes and all of that, that's normal look? Do they think that's the normal look? I used to work out and I had a six-pack, but now I lost them because I was sick and lost motivation to exercise. Twitter's brainless, bro. Yes, Twitter is brainless, but it just surprised me that the way the anger that they express is usually towards women, and that's no joke, man. That is no joke. Some people will say, "Oh, look at this," but it is just fact. It is fact. It is fact. If you go over Twitter, most of them just lash out on women, and it's a lot of divorced dads out there. And I'm in the same boat, Sniper. I'm in the same boat. That's why I want to start working out next thing tomorrow, or first thing tomorrow. I've been letting myself go for a very long time, ever since COVID, basically. And I also got into a relationship, so not blaming it on a relationship, but you let yourself a little bit go during a relationship, plus COVID, plus me working from home and then sitting all day is also not very helpful. So I definitely gained some pounds that I need to lose. They want to cancel Queso for saying that Kendrick Lamar is overrated. To each their own, man. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Now, I would not agree with Queso because I actually like Kendrick Lamar. But I think what Queso, I mean, if he meant it that way, that's cool. But I think what he wanted to say is, I think he's more pissed off of the fans of Kendrick Lamar, because the fans of these types of superstars always treat them like Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? Like he's a god. Yes, he's extremely nice lyrically. Yes, he has some extremely awesome tracks. I listened for an entire summer. I listened to Pimp a Butterfly. I love that album. I think every single track on that album is a banger. I think, in my humble opinion, be humble, no pun intended. I think To Pimp a Butterfly was his best work. And although I enjoyed Not Like Us, I don't think it was the best diss track out there. Yes, it was awesome. And yes, he completely destroyed Drake. But I feel like people made it bigger than it was. Or not bigger than it was, because it was quite big. They made it more than it was. They made it deeper than it was. It was an awesome diss track. Humble mentioned. Yeah, because it's also my song in Rocket League. Every time I score a goal, it goes, "Be humble, sit down." I paid $3 for that. I'm a little bit ashamed because I usually am against microtransactions and shit like that, but I couldn't resist. I bought that, and I also bought So Fresh from Outcast. So it's either one of those two tracks when I score a goal. I used to listen to Kendrick when Humble was out, I think 7 years ago. Yeah, I think To Pimp a Butterfly, fantastic album. Same with, I think the same year, J. Cole's, I forgot the name of the album, Forest Hills Drive? Forest Hill, something with Forest Hills. I'm also a huge J. Cole fan, by the way. That was also, those two albums definitely carried an entire summer for me. When it comes to favorite rappers, I'm more old school, and that is why I like Kendrick and J. Cole so much, because they're in the middle of old school and new school. I also love a lot of new school rappers, don't get me wrong, but J. Cole literally has a song called Middle Child, because he's in the middle of two generations of rap. My favorite rapper, definitely Nas. That's why I gravitate more towards lyricism and lyricists like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, but I also love Tupac. Wu-Tang. I grew up during the best era of rap. I'm sorry. This is not an subjective opinion. This is just objectively correct. I just grew up during the best era of hip-hop. I don't care what you youngsters are saying. We just had the good stuff. Tupac, Nas, Wu-Tang, Biggie Smalls, the Diddler, who's now in jail, rightfully so. We had the best of R&B as well. 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Busta Rhymes, Eminem. It's just, I'm sorry, man. New school, once again, I don't hate new school rap. I don't hate something that was in between new school and old school, like people like Lil Wayne. Although Lil Wayne was also more like old school, but he was also already part of like the newer generation. I also listened to a bunch of Drake songs, so I don't hate stuff like that either. Travis Scott, ASAP. Those are cool, but I think there's an untouchable era of hip hop, and that is like the late 90s, early 2000s, and that's just objectively correct. I don't care what you're saying. I agree. I'm glad you agree. Tupac is my favorite. Yeah, and I think when it comes to diss tracks, Hit 'Em Up is still the most devastating diss track that's out there. Hit 'Em Up, he destroyed Biggie Smalls, and he destroyed Diddley. Diddly do. Diddy. Also, like the Death Row era, as flawed as it was, because Suge Knight was basically like I believe Suge Knight killed Tupac. Or he definitely set him up. Diddy's living the best life in prison right now. I'm not sure, but I heard that his cellmates prepare his food and make his bed. I mean, if you're a powerful person, you definitely have a little bit more leverage in jail. He can probably promise them things like, don't worry, if I get out, I'll take care of your family, I'll take care of that. And that's why usually like rich people get not touched in jail. But I don't know for how long that will work, this type of leverage. Because at some point the people in jail will probably understand, hey man, you're not getting out of this jail either. And all of your assets have been frozen. I don't think Puffy will get out of jail ever again. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Piece of shit. Same with R. Kelly. It's disgusting. You know, Space Jam is one of my favorite movies growing up. Like all of these old school movies. I'm a little bit old. I grew up in the 90s, so Space Jam was fantastic. Stuff like Cool Runnings. There's an opening scene in Space Jam where R. Kelly plays, and I cannot watch that scene anymore. R. Kelly ruined so many things in life. And usually I have an easy time separating the artist from the art, right? But with those types of allegations, it's very hard to do. Yeah, his lawyers also gave up on him, yeah. Did he... You mean R. Kelly or Diddy? Or maybe both. I know this about Diddy. I don't know about R. Kelly, but Diddy's lawyer basically gave up because the shit that he read in his files was probably so incredibly vile that the lawyer was probably like, nah, man. I defended mass murderers before, but I'm not touching this. Why is Jimmy Butler trending? Uh-oh, Jimmy Butler's cooking. That's not good, because if the Golden State Warriors win, they'll clinch the 6th seed, which means LA will... Fucking hell, we're gonna face the Golden State Warriors. That's gonna be rough, man. I mean, I love watching Curry against LeBron, but that's not a favorable matchup. I'm scared. I am scared. Oh no. Golden State Warrior cannot win. If Golden State Warriors wins, we're gonna face Golden State Warriors in the first round. Jimmy Butler and Curry in the first round against Luka and LeBron. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's gonna be rough. I watched Space Jam when I was 4 years old. Which one did you watch? The original one with MJ or the new one with Mike, with with LeBron? Oh, did you know the creator of Chainsaw Man is working on a horror game in Roblox? If that comes out, we're gonna play Roblox. Wait. Oop. Let's see. From the director of Chainsaw Man, Ryu Nakayama. didn't even know shit like this was possible in Roblox. Oh boy. The Inn coming soon. Dude, if this gets released, we're gonna play it. I promise you. I promise you. I promised this before that I'm gonna play Roblox, but if this shit comes out, we're gonna play it. That's crazy. Whoop. I have no problem with that. I'm already playing it. I think the entire world is playing Roblox. I'm probably the only person on planet Earth who hasn't touched Roblox yet. Oh, this one was also pretty cool. Code Miko, who is a VTuber and Twitch streamer, she has one of, not just one of the, but probably the most accurate and realistic VTuber model. And I think her model is being like created and motion captured in Unreal Engine 5. And look at this. She has like hair physics. I wish we can get to a point someday in the future where I can freely like use my arms and my legs and just my entire body, but with the model that we currently have. I don't want to have this hyper-realistic 3D model. I think it creates like some sort of like uncanny valley situation. If we can have Jinyo, like our current model, but with the expressions and the freedom of Code Miko's model, with the motion capture suit and whatnot, that would be really dope. That's so cool. That is so cool. Roblox will get you views, I guess? I don't think so. Nothing that gets other people views gets views for me. It's probably because I'm stuck in Germany and lots of Germans see my content. And Germans don't fuck with English content. And for a long time, I've been thinking about doing German content as well. But it's just that I don't have the time to do both. If I would be a full-time streamer, I would definitely do both German and English content. I would probably use the morning hours to record German content and then the evening hours for English. Right now, I can only focus on one, and I feel more comfortable. Even though I am German, I feel more comfortable doing English stuff. But it's definitely, I'm definitely not favored in the algorithm. And I tested this. This is not just me doing baseless assumption and be like, oh, the algorithm doesn't favor me because I'm a small channel. No, I did test uploading a short, for example, without a VPN, and it was shown to exclusively 100% a German audience. And when I uploaded the same short with a VPN from America, it was shown to American people. The shorts algorithm is very heavily dependent on geolocation, so it does a lot of geo-targeting. So I'm not doing myself favors being German, living in Germany, doing English content. It's an uphill battle. It's annoying. I think you need to use the VR glasses. I don't know, but Fillion is using it. Fillion is so funny. But Fillion is like the exact opposite of myself. When it comes to energy levels, she's so hyperactive. I don't know how old she is, but like the way she behaves and moves, she must be in her early 20s. Maybe she's like late teens. I don't know. I don't know how old Fillion is, but man, she has a lot of energy. I get stressed out when I watch Fillion. Oh shit, my model froze. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Occasionally we watch something like that as well. It's just nature being in full display. Wait, what does it say? A skier spotted a rare phenomenon known as sun candle while on the slopes, because it looks like a candle, but it's made from the sun rays. That's so cool. Why is everyone just ignoring it, except for the cameraman? Or can you only see it from a specific angle? That's just awesome. I love nature. Nothing more beautiful and mesmerizing than nature's little place. All right. All right. Look at this. Beautiful art. She blended with the natural canvas. It's face paint. People are so creative, man. My brain did render the phenomenon and I thought it was an orca. A killer whale? How? Your brain works in mysterious ways. This is so... I love artists so much. It's just... How do you come up with that? And also, how do you... This is just perfect. It's just the perfect blend. Just beautiful. Did she... I wonder if she face painted herself or if it was someone else. Dane Yu. Is that her? Oh, that's her. Apparently that's her shtick. How? How does she do that? She's like a human green screen. That's so cool. Does she have more? Really cool. Okay, I think that was... Oh yeah. That was the last thing. I only have one video left. But that is, again, AI shit and us humans getting replaced. And we had that conversation last week. I don't want to go over it again. But look at this. There's robots now that place tiles perfectly. This probably only works in where like the ground was already leveled. The flooring was already like leveled properly. That's probably something a human did. But in the future, that's something the robot will probably take over as well. It's probably not perfect yet and only works in certain situations and certain room layouts. But it is starting. It is starting. Human replacements. When I was 5 years old, I hit my head on a corner and it cost me 4 stitches. I guess English slide through that injury, and also I think that's why I'm stupid, I guess. Or it made you special. Not in a stupid way. Maybe you have superpowers and you don't know it yet, Sniper. That's the end of the shit that I liked on Twitter. I promise you, next week Sunday, there's gonna be more for us to review. But this week, again, I was sick, so I couldn't really do much. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Unless you want to talk about some other things, I would say we call it a day. And we see each other next week with more streams, because next week I'm gonna be number 1, healthy again, and number 2, Easter break.
In the future we are going to build like Fortnite and crack 90s.
I was never good at Fortnite's building mode. That's why I got so... I was so happy when they introduced the zero build mode. And that is also when I started to focus on Fortnite. I focused on Fortnite for a whole year on my previous channel because of the zero build mode. Because I was finally able to compete to some degree. Because I played the build mode for probably a year and I never got a win. So the moment they introduced the zero build mode, that's when I started playing a lot of Fortnite. But man, my nephew is extremely good in the build mode. I cannot even follow him. Like he got to a point, like skill wise, where he's editing and building so fast. I just don't know what is happening on screen anymore. I'm just too old for that shit. Uncle Jinyo cannot keep up anymore. I'm sorry, but the shit that is happening in build mode, I just don't. My eyes cannot follow it anymore. I need a Sharingan for that. By the way, one of my favorite episodes...
They added a new settings called Simple Edit that helps you get good at it.
I'm still gonna play the zero build mode. Even if they have a one button build everything mode, I'm still gonna prefer the zero build mode. I just don't vibe with that build mode at all. And I was alive and healthy during the entirety of Fortnite's rampage during the online space and ninjas rise and fall. So I've seen it all. But I never vibed with it. Not Ninja, not Booga, not any one of those Fortnite players made me want to play Fortnite. Okay. My little tiger cups. I'm not gonna say that. I mean, we are a community of tigers, right? We're a tiger community, but I'm not gonna call you my little tiger cups. You're not cute enough for that. Yeah, same. Feel like an unk right now. Even I have no nephew. It doesn't matter if you have nephews or not. If you have the experience of an unk, the entire world is your nephew and your niece. As long as you have the experience to teach somebody something, you are unk level. Alrighty, thank you so much for being here. Please hit the bell so you get notified when I start a stream. I will see if I can upload a schedule, but I doubt it.
If you could be transformed to an animal, what will it be?
Tiger. Although I'm not exactly sure, because I'm afraid that I'd go extinct. Because at the current rate, the tigers will go extinct. But I love big cats. I think they're the most majestic beings on the planet, and that goes for lions obviously as well, but also cougars and leopards. I think there's no like more majestic being than a lion, for example. I can even show you. I've watched a video the other day. Let me go here. Dean White.
I will be a cockroach because I can live without head.
It's not Dean White. What was his name? Lion Whisperer? Something with Dane. Or Dean? Dean. Was Dean. Dean Schneider. Okay. Dean Schneider. This guy has a lion pride. Or lion pack or whatever it's called. And he had one video that I watched with like a white lion. It looks so cool. Look at this.
Bei so viel Auswahl auf Booking.com
German
gibt
ads.
es so viele Tina Face, die ich sein könnte. Also habe ich Doubles angeheuert.
I'll be a cockroach because I can live without a head. Cockroaches can survive a nuclear blast. Cockroaches are insane, but they're also cockroaches.
Booking.com?
You really want to be a cockroach?
Hey Hase, der Jogurette-Bunny aus knackiger weißer Joghurtschokolade und leckeren Erdbeer-Crispies. Jetzt in 2 neuen Designs.
But for now, I'm definitely...
Look at this shit.
Even we have to be careful.
Look how big they are.
No.
Look at this. Okay. Can we just have a shot of the lion?
No.
That's just 260 kilograms of muscle. Lions are crazy. Same goes for tigers. Can we just have a shot of the lion itself? Just one shot of the lion itself. Look at that! Look at the size of his freaking face.
And last time we took out Dexter by himself, so we decided to send as
Yeah,
well.
definitely a big cat, but same goes with white tigers. I mean, normal orange tigers are nice as well. White tigers are actually a genetical mutation, so they're not supposed to be white, but they still look fantastic. Let's just look at this.
White tigers are a type of Bengal tiger. The classic black and orange coloration of most tigers is caused by the pigments eumelanin, which turns fur black, and pheomelanin, which turns fur orange. The production
But
of
FRI
pheomelanin
would be
is
a
triggered by
jaguar
the
because
gene
they look cool.
They do look cool.
SLC45A2.
Yeah.
White tigers carry a mutated version of this gene, which prevents them from producing orange pigmentation.
This is just the coolest look ever. Yeah, and that is exactly why our community is a bunch of tigers. We're white tigers, Bengal tigers. Have you noticed my hair? Have you noticed the tiger tooth necklace? We're tigers. But they are dying. They're going extinct. This is what I hate humans for, man. Our species sucks balls. How can we make this being go extinct? That goes for most beings, obviously, but especially tigers. Look how cool, freaking cool they look.
Fewer than 4,000 tigers remain in the wild.
That sucks.
At the turn of the 20th century.
Yeah, but the beautiful thing about tigers is they're perfectly camouflaged for their environments. They are very, very fast. They are very, very strong. And they're very, very good swimmers and climbers. The only things that they don't have is wings. If they would have wings, that would be the ultimate killing machine. Well, yeah, I'm a huge fan of big cats, tigers and lions.
They brought back dire wolf and they will bring back dodo and mammoth. I think they can bring them back.
But do we need to have technology bring back things that we let go extinct? I mean, we can just preserve and save the current tigers. Why mess around with nature like that? And I saw the direwolf thingy as well, and I don't know if I fuck with that. It's too much gene manipulation going on. It's not like they did a Jurassic Park, right? It's not like they found a fossil and then extracted the DNA and recreated it. It's more so that they used a normal wolf, I believe, and manipulated the DNA so it will match the DNA or the genome of a direwolf. So technically it is a direwolf, but it's also they used a normal wolf and then gene manipulated it. So I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like I'm a huge fan of technology. Don't get me wrong. I love technology. I love medicine. But even I think that there are some limits that we should abide to, like some nature-related limits. We shouldn't mess around with genes of extinct beings or current living beings. I'm not talking about plants to make them grow faster or shit like that. I mean, if it
it's
serves...
only 80% direwolf, I think.
Oh yeah, okay, so it's not 100%. Okay. I mean, I do believe, I'm not exactly sure with the current state of technology, but I think we should be getting close to actually being able to extract the DNA and replicate it, right? So can we do Jurassic Park? I do believe that we have the current technology and knowledge to do that. But if you're a scientist, archaeologist, biologist, please correct me in the comments if you watch this 5 years from now, maybe. But I feel like with the current state of affairs, the current state of technology, I do feel like we have what it takes to basically recreate a dinosaur. I don't know. Do you think we can just we can recreate a T-Rex? Shit like that? That would be crazy.
I find it cool, but Jurassic Park, hell no, I don't want to be chased by a Spino.
I honestly don't think a Jurassic Park situation would ever be logical, because humans' weapons are just too deadly. Even if we get to a point where we can recreate dinosaurs, I feel like our current rifles should be able to kill them. Because they are basically big chickens and reptilians. We should be able to nuke them. I mean, not nuke them, but man, rocket launcher, grenades. They're, at the end of the day, they're biological beings, and it shouldn't be a big of a deal. Even if we go full Jurassic Park and replicate an entire freaking T-Rex, I think we should be able to bring it down. I mean, just look at all the animals in the past that we brought down or tamed, so to speak, like giraffes and shit like that. I mean, giraffes can kill you with a kick. Elephants can do that too, but even 200, 300 years ago, people were able to just capture them and just put them in cages and shit like that. I think the humans are just too deadly, unfortunately. Okay, that is it for today.
What's your opinion on Megalodon?
In terms of whether it still exists or not, I don't think it still exists, but I do believe that it used to exist. I don't think giant-ass beings like that are lurking in the deep sea. I think I've watched a documentary before that it does not make sense for a deep sea being to be extremely large, because there's so much pressure down there, and there's also like no vision basically, and it would not make sense to have a giant-ass shark like that lurking in the deep sea or hiding from humans in the deep sea. But correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If that is a wrong statement with deep sea beings not being able to be big, I think it's just it wouldn't make sense. Like evolutionary, it would not make sense for a being to be that big down there in the deep sea because of the pressure or whatever. What can we find on our homepage? My homepage is so broken. It's just so much random stuff because I watch a lot of random stuff throughout the day. The algorithm has no idea what to recommend anymore. It's like basketball, anime, gaming, rap music, country music. What the hell do you want to watch?
I was scrolling in TikTok and I saw a new model for it and it lost most of its mass and I don't believe if it exists.
Yeah, I don't believe it exists either because Megalodon, I think it existed in the past, because everything in the past was basically a giant, huge ass whales, huge ass sharks. I mean, whales are still big, but it used to be bigger, I believe. Everything used to be bigger. We would have found it by now if it would still exist. The only way we wouldn't be able to find it is if it would lurk in deep sea. And then once again, I think having a giant ass being like that living in the deep ocean does not make any sense. I believe. I don't know. But I'm gonna say one more time. Thank you so much for your time, Sniper, and everyone else who was here. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And it's quite short, but once again, I'm still recovering. Next week, we're gonna have A, more streams, and B, longer streams. And then we see each other.
I remember in my homepage I found a video about how to date a femboy. It's so random. XD.
I got that too. I mean, not on YouTube, but on Twitter, there's currently an ad going around. How to build abs or bigger thighs as a femboy. I don't know why. Now people will tell you, oh, self-report. No, it's not self-report. First of all, I don't have customized ads enabled anywhere, neither on Twitter nor on YouTube. So the ads I get are ads that YouTube wants to feed me, not because it knows that I like these things, because I have not personalized ads enabled. But maybe I can find that ad again. Was something about workout plans for fanboys. Maybe Twitter thinks I'm a fanboy. I'm not. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's very dangerous to scroll the For You page because I follow a lot of loot tubers. So there's a good chance that we might get to a tweet that will get us banned on YouTube, and I cannot do that. So for a 6th time today, I will thank you for your time, and I appreciate you being here. And we see each other next week. Once again, next week Sunday is going to be Just Yapping stream. So next week Sunday you can use TTS again. But during the week, so from Monday to Saturday, I usually play games. So there's not going to be TTS. I still hope you're going to show up even without the TTS. But stuff like reactions and whatnot we usually do on Sunday. During the week, I usually try and play games. So from Monday to Saturday. So next week we're going to continue.
I enjoyed talking to you. XD. I would be in her streams in the weekends and sometimes in the middle of the week.
That would be awesome. I assume that's going to be a little bit rough during the week because most people cannot make it to the streams during the week. But I'm just going to be happy if you show up, whether that's during the week or on weekends. The more the merrier. I think that goes for every streamer and also every viewer. The more people are here engaging with me and with each other, the better the vibes of the stream or just the streams in general. Because I live off of the energy of the people who are watching, especially because I have ADHD and I basically need sparks. And the sparks can be a message, which then will remind me of a story, and then I start talking. So I don't have to really think about preparing a stream if I have people talking in here with me, because it's a back and forth, right? You say B, I say C, I say D, you say E, and so on and so forth. If nobody is watching or nobody's engaging with me, then I have to pull everything out of my teeth and or my nose or whatever the expression is, which is okay on most days. When I'm feeling great, I have no troubles just talking to myself for 2 hours. But on some days, I just get so demotivated and depressed.
DW, I have ADHD also. XD, I feel you, brother.
Oh, did you? When did you get diagnosed? Because I got diagnosed very, very late. Very, very late. I always had ADHD. I just never knew. But the funny thing is that the people, once I got diagnosed and I told the people around me that I have ADHD, people were not surprised. Because people already assumed that I had ADHD, but they just didn't know that I never knew. Like they just assumed that I knew that I had ADHD and I got diagnosed as a child, like most people, but I was never diagnosed. So the moment I got diagnosed, which was just a couple of years ago, so an adult diagnosis, and then when I told the people around me, everyone was like, yeah, duh. Because I have like every single typical ADHD symptom is basically my entire characteristics. Interrupting people, not being able to finish your thoughts, being distracted, hyper-focusing on things. It's just every single ADHD symptom is there. Which is, as I said before, the moment you get diagnosed and you basically go through the symptoms of ADHD, you get a little bit less, you feel a little bit less special, because a lot of what makes you turns out to be just textbook symptoms of ADHD, and that's not a good feeling. I really had to work that out mentally first, because I was like, okay, the things that I thought were so special to me and made me like charming.
I don't actually remember when I got diagnosed. Crying face emoji.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. Most people get diagnosed in like the children years, but that is because in some children's ADHD gets basically shown by hyperactivity, and I think that is where most doctors will then do the tests. I guess I'm not an expert. And I was never really a hyperactive child. That's probably why nobody really thought about checking. And for the most part, I was just told that I'm lazy. And I went with it. Teachers told me I'm lazy. My parents told me I'm lazy. And if you get told by all of your elders, then you don't really think about anything else. You don't think that it is something that is inherently wrong with your brain, but rather with your mentality. Until, well, you talk to a professional. Which is also a coincidence because I have a very good friend who was, now she's finished, but who was studying psychology, and we started talking about certain things, and she was like, you know what, that actually sounds like this, you should check it out. And then when I actually checked it out and talked to a professional, that was like a pinpoint clear, we got it figured out within the first 2 hours. It was a very, very fast diagnosis. But if I wouldn't have had that friend, because I was not really comfortable speaking about, even though I always advise people to talk with professionals, I didn't want to do it. So I was very lucky, I guess, that I have a friend who now is a certified therapist, or whatever it's called in English. I don't know the difference in English, the English language, in psychologist or psychology and therapist. Like, is it the same? Yeah, that's my journey, and
My brother Jinyo, sorry, but I have to go now. My mom called me out. I'm really sorry. I enjoyed talking to you.
I enjoyed talking to you as well.
Emoji.
Don't feel sorry for that. I wanted to end the stream anyways. In fact, I wanted to end the stream like 30 minutes ago, but that's, once again, it's ADHD. We get from one point to another. But take care, buddy. Have a nice remaining Sunday, and we see each other next week. Definitely. If not during the week, then on the weekend. And for everyone else who's watching this later on, you're beautiful. Appreciate you. Please make sure to like this stream. Give this a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think about everything we talked about today, in particular. And maybe talk about your mental struggles as well, whether that's ADHD or other things in general. Just let me know. Because I know for a fact that I'm not alone with this type of situation, being diagnosed as an adult or just having to deal with some neurodivergent issues. You're not alone. We are in this together. So let me know in the comments, maybe. Maybe let me know your experience. And we see each other next week. Bye bye. Take care. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Gute Nacht. Passen Sie auf sich auf. And auf Wiedersehen.